So here's what the basic Leslie Motor Control Mark II looks like. It has a short power cord, 2 cube taps on the other side. This one is a little scuffed up because it was a prototype. It's still working after, I don't know how many years, a long time, maybe 8 years or something. Still works great. I've been using it on my own Leslie. So other than that, there's just a spot for the switch. The switch uses a tip ring sleeve, so a stereo, 1/4 inch. Most of the generic stereo 1/4 inch foot switches will do the trick. Or if you need any more information about that, just send a message and I'll let you know how else to do the switching. You can use a lot of the half moon switches that are out there with it. There are 2 standards for switching in Leslie's. And so depending on which your switch is for, it can either be modified or used as it is. So here's the inside of the back side of the Leslie power amp. And over here on the left side, you'll see where it says fast and slow. There, the white tag. It doesn't even actually matter which set is plugged into which, because it just toggles back and forth. But usually they're color coded, like here, white and brown. Some Leslies that have been modified or repaired might not have the same color coding, but you can trace back right to the motor the 2 leads. And there's 2 distinct motors that are bolted together. And so you can double check by checking which leads come from the small motor and which from the large. And the large is the fast and the small is the slow. That's a little obvious. So what we're going to do with one hand, because one hand's holding the camera, I'm going to unplug the motors from the Leslie amp block. I'm going to plug them into, now these are non-polar. You'll see that both sides are the same width on the plug. That means they can be plugged in this way or that way, and they don't really care. It doesn't matter which position the upper or lower goes in. The upper and lower fast and slow don't have to match in position. They can be plugged in one way or the other. And just plug the 2 brown ones and the 2 white ones into the 2 different cube taps. Then this is the other side, the single power cable, goes into the fast plug. Put you around there. Then your switch, either foot switch or half moon, goes in the switch jack, and you're ready to go. It's that simple. Now, I just leave mine sitting in back of the Leslie. The great thing about this is it's a non-invasive modification. It doesn't have to, you can just put it back the old way anytime you want. If you want clicky old switching, or if you're going to sell it and someone wants the vintage switching. But what this box does is it adds a stop feature and adds an off. So it has off, slow, fast. And it's the relays are quieter, more reliable. And then it also, in the case of the Leslie 122, it now removes the need to put high voltage DC on the audio line. That terrible idea they had to do switching with a high voltage signal on the audio line back when they only had 5 pins coming from the organ. So that means you can plug, all you need in this Leslie plug is audio and power. I sell this in a set with a little power box. so that you can get away from the multi-pins altogether, and there should be another video that shows that. As well as leaving this just dangling off the back.